sectional semifinals. The Millers and the Royals tonight. The Hamilton Southeastern have had difficulty the past 3 seasons making it past the Friday night semifinals. However, this season could be different. The Royals have been knocked out of the postseason each of the last 3 years by nobody other than the Carmel Greyhounds. However, while the Royals may have a better chance of reaching the sectional finals this year, the Carmel Greyhounds will still be in the way of the Royals if they win tonight. The Millers, however, want to have the last word with the Royals and send them home on Friday night for the 4th straight year. The Millers, a conference foe, have struggled against conference opponents this year as they have a 2-5 record. And the Royals defeated the Millers 68-43 back on January 25th. Therefore, these teams are familiar with one another, which will make tonight's matchup intriguing. We will have it for you next on Southeastern Sports Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Southeastern Sports Network as we await the tip-off of the second round of sectionals tonight. Should be a great one. For the Royals to get a win here tonight, they're going to have to look to slow down Zach Johnson and Xavier Hines for the Noblesville Millers. They're huge seniors on their team. And we are underway here as the Royals gain possession of the ball. Vinny Busilla brings the ball up the court. Inside to Chris Grubbs, up to Mabor, and he was pushed in the back. There's going to be a foul on the Millers there. Mabor should be a huge factor tonight, Sam.
Absolutely. Very sloppy possession there for the Royals, though. They were able to get the foul. Noblesville student section didn't like it, but we'll see if the Royals can get something going here. They have a wide open shot to Etherington, who throws it up. No good.
You know, Etherington has struggled recently, especially in the first round of sectionals. Was in a little bit of a shooting slump. We'll see if he can get out of that tonight.
Millers played great defense on that first possession, shutting the Royals down. It's another foul there. And Matt, in the first couple minutes of this game, it appears that they're going to call this game very tightly.
Yeah, we'll see how this plays out with the officiating. No good shot there from Xavier Hines. Noah Smith pulls up for 3. Got it. Noah Smith, senior, not a big three-point shooter, but when he gets the shot, he'll take it.
Good job by the Royals. They're getting in transition, getting an open shot. Winning the matchup there.
Noah Smith applying a bunch of pressure on the ball. Xavier Hines now has the ball. Second leading scorer for the Millers. Little pull-up jumper there, good from Xavier Hines, averaging just over 11 points per game.
Royals just too weak in the middle there. Multiple times Noblesville had players flashing wide open as that one goes out of bounds.
Jordan Schmidt driving in, pull-up jumper, no good, just goes out of the bucket there. It was pretty deep in the hole. Down inside to Chris Grubbs. Mabor collects the ball, goes up strong, and he gets the foul. Mabor with a huge height advantage on everybody else on the floor. Look for him to be big for the Royals tonight.
Absolutely. He's been a big factor in every game this season. That size advantage really allows the Royals to go inside, which is their game. They're not really the high-powered offense shooting type of team. They're more of the ground and pound, go inside and get some buckets. So that certainly plays to their advantage tonight.
Mabor averaging just under 9 points per game. Is a junior this year. He's got another year coming. Definitely improved over his time here at HSE as he knocks down the second free throw. Full court pass. And they missed the layup and blocked by Mabor. Great defense from Mabor on the block, leading the team in blocks.
Buscilla was wide open. Now the cross-court passes.
As it appears the Noblesville student section is going to boo Aaron Etherington every time he touches the ball. We'll see how he responds to that. As a jumper no good by the Royals, rebound by the Millers.
Royals getting a lot of looks on offense. A little bit better ball movement. They're going to have shots all night with that kind of defense by Noblesville.
Chris Grubbs rejects that ball and lets him know that he just did.
As the ref has to come in and say a few words,
to
those two men.
Expect this to be a very intense game postseason.
This could turn into a very physical matchup, already having taunting issues early. So
a lot of trash talking for sure.
Yeah. It's the competitive nature of the game.
As Noah Smith sets up the offense. Slowing the game down just a little bit here. Inside to Mabor again, who kicks it out to Noah Smith, who pump fakes and drives, can't convert, got his own rebound and puts it right back in.
Matt, something I noticed early is Noah Smith is getting a lot of looks from three. He decided not to shoot at that time, but he's had 3 wide open looks and he's shot 2 of them. So look for that to be a factor. We'll see if he is confident enough to maybe take some of those shots later in the game.
He's definitely improved his three-point jumper during his time here, as I believe that'll be a foul on Mabor. Slapped the arm there. So we have some substitutions coming in.
Looks like Landon Morris and Cole Hornbuckle. Mabor will take a seat along with Chris Grubbs.
Egan Keeverhill with the ball up top. Three-pointer from the top of the key, no good. Zach Johnson on the attempt. Millers collect the ball back.
Questionable there. That could have been a backcourt violation. It looked like the Miller player tipped it out past half court. No call by the refs, but definitely felt like there may have been something there had they decided to call it.
Loose ball. Cole Hornbuckle comes up with it, and they get a timeout off.
Great job by Coach Satterfield. Recognized that his player was in trouble, takes a 30-second timeout, and with that, we'll be back with you next on Southeastern Sports Network.
Welcome back to Southeastern Sports Network. Come out of the timeout. We'll see if any adjustments were made. The Royals currently have a 6-2 lead with just over 3 minutes to go in the first quarter here. As Chris Grubbs kicks it over to Vinny Busillo in the corner for three. No good. Gets his own rebound. It goes right back up with the left hand. Nice play.
And Matt, that zone defense that the Millers are playing is absolutely leaving tons of holes open on the three-point line. We've seen the Royals with wide open attempts this entire first quarter. So the zone is definitely containing the Royals inside, but definitely leaving them with opportunities beyond the arc.
Inside, Noblesville converts. That is Xavier Hines, the big man.
Xavier Hines has both buckets for the Millers so far. Definitely someone the Royals need to contain.
Almost turnover there.
Nearly a turnover, but that one is a turnover.
Bad pass there from Noah Smith, trying to get inside to Landon Morris. Just off target there. It appears the Royals may be coming out in a bit of a full court press. We'll see how the Millers respond to this.
I gotta push it. It's been 4 or 5 seconds so far.
Three-pointer, no good. Jordan Schmidt on the miss. Noah Smith coming back the other way. Three-pointer in the corner. That's no good. Rebounded by Cole Hornbuckle, but he was out of bounds.
Another wide open three for the Royals, unable to convert, but they continue to get those looks early in this game.
Egan Keeverhill bringing the ball up the court. Noah Smith applying a bunch of pressure on defense, right up in them. As inside of the post, no good. Nice offensive rebound, puts it back in and gets the foul. That is Alex Hunt, the 6'2 junior who will go to the line for a chance for a three-point play. Alex Hunt just sacrificing his body on that play to put the ball back in. Great hustle. And he converts for the three-point play. The Royals only hold a 1-point lead now.
Noblesville has a very strong student section on hand tonight. Expect them to be a factor in this game.
Royals just working the ball around the perimeter here. Cole Hornbuckle for three, no good.
The Royals are going to have to get those threes to fall because those are the best opportunities they're getting right now. I expect those opportunities to be there all night. If they can just knock them down,
you're right,
they will have a major advantage.
They are getting good looks. They're just not falling right now so far. .30 seconds to go here in this first quarter. We'll see if they hold for the last shot. It appears they might.
Hines with a major size advantage on Hornbuckle.
.6 seconds. Egan Keeverhill. He's got to put something up. Throws it up. No good. Not a good shot. Good defense by the Royals there to contest. And as we close out the first quarter, Royals currently hold an 8-7 lead. And now we're going to take you back to this huge block by Chris Grubbs here earlier in the first quarter. Take a look at this. Chris Grubbs denies him. Great defensive play there.
I think it's pretty clear, Matt, early in this game that the Royals aren't going to give up many opportunities inside. The Millers are going to have to work for it, and we saw that on the and one. just totally jumped over the Royals defense and tipped it in, but not an easy shot by any standpoints, and he paid the price for it. So I expect the Millers to have a hard time getting inside, and they're going to have to take advantage of all the looks when they get them.
You're exactly right, Sam, and the Royals on the other end have struggled getting inside as well. A lot of their inside shot attempts have come from offensive rebounds, but they are getting a lot of three-pointers.
And that's very interesting, Matt. I mean, they're getting a lot of shot opportunities, and if they can get them to fall, that's going to be a major factor in this game because most of them are going to be threes. But that's not really the Royals' game. You know, the game for them is to go inside and really get those physical points, those layups, those easy buckets in the paint. So we'll see how they adjust and accommodate to try to stay in this game.
Nice backdoor pass, no good. Good defense from Mabor. Aaron Etherington.
Etherington wide open on the right side.
Let's see if he can get some shots to fall this quarter. He's really struggled recently. Nice pass over the head inside of Landon Morris, who converts on the layup. And that's what the Royals need to get into. Just nice passes, getting inside and try to convert the easy layups. Miller's trying to get something going here. Jumper from the free throw line is no good.
Both teams are just having a hard time on offense, really. Just little sloppy passes and stagnant ball movement. That's what we're seeing right now from HSE.
Inside to Landon Morris. Kicks it out. Aaron Etherington had a shot, but the defense closed in well. Landon Morris from the wing, nice shot there.
Etherington frustrated that he's not getting the ball. He was wide open multiple times on that possession.
We got a timeout taken there by Noblesville, 30-second timeout.
A little bit of a stat update here in the second quarter. Noah Smith with 5 early points, along with Landon Morris, who has 4. And on Noblesville's side of things, Xavier Hines with 4 points, followed by Alex Hunt with 3.
And here we're going to take you back to the replay of Noblesville. Alex Hunt's tip-in. Great display of hustle to put the ball back in and get the and one foul.
Yeah, man, it looks like he just jumped over the defense, just kind of hit the floor hard, and ref made the call. Didn't see a whole lot of contact there, just a hard fall, but ref made the call, and they got the and one, so yeah. It was a great play.
Noah Smith making Egan Keeverhill work for everything. And I believe they call a foul on Noah Smith, who appears to be injured, staying down a little bit longer. He does appear to be hurt. This would be a huge loss for the Royals. As the training staff comes out and takes a look, we hope he's okay. And from over here, it looks like I believe I read his lips and it said his hamstring. So he did go down to the ground, so we'll see. We'll see what happens here. As he is up, and he does not want to put much weight on that leg.
It could be just a cramp.
Hopefully
just a cramp. Perhaps nothing more serious, but we'll just see. We'll see if he can walk this one off. Looks like he's heading maybe straight to the locker room.
Maybe go back in that area behind the bench, try to stretch it out a little bit. It appeared to be the left hamstring, so hopefully he is okay. Noah Smith leading the team in assists per game. Definitely the facilitator of the offense. Ball is always in his hands, so we'll see how the Royals respond here to that injury. As Jordan Schmidt corner three there, no good. Xavier Hines was just off. As Chris Grubbs goes coast to coast, he can't convert. The Millers get the rebound.
Chris Grubbs definitely not afraid to take it in. We've seen many highlight plays all year of him just taking it over the defense. So
very physical player indeed. Just not afraid of contact.
Exactly right. Not afraid of contact. He's in there to score a bucket. When he puts his mind to something, he's going to run the defense over.
We did see that highlight play early in the season, him throwing the tomahawk jam over the defender. Definitely a slashing player. So the Royals playing very good defense, not allowing the Millers to get many opportunities at all.
And Matt, it appears the Miller offense is kind of centered around Xavier Hines. He's kind of the centerpiece of this unit. It's almost as if when he doesn't have the ball, they're out of sorts, but as soon as he touches it, the opportunities open up. He kind of makes everybody better. So, but the Royals,
stolen away by Landon Morris. Great defense, though, by Jordan Schmidt to get back, slap the ball away from Landon Morris out of bounds. They'll stay Royals basketball, and they'll inbound it under the basket. On the travel, did not put the ball down before he moved.
Neither team really taking control here. It's been kind of stagnant for a few minutes as that's blocked by Landon Morris. Millers retain possession. Neither team has really been able to get on much of a run. It's been kind of back and forth so far in this first half.
Shot no good there from Alex Hunt. You're exactly right, Sam. Pretty low-scoring game here, just 12-7 with three and a half minutes to go here in the second quarter. It's definitely been a defensive battle, and the Royals have really not been able to get much going here with this 2-3 zone the Millers are playing. As we're going to get a timeout from Coach Satterfield. See if he can make some adjustments on how to conquer this 2-3 zone here.
I definitely like that decision. Royals have not really been able to get anything going since Smith left the game, so good for them to take a timeout and just kind of reassess their game plan and make those adjustments. So we'll see what Coach Satterfield can come up with here and see if they can go on a little run here before halftime.
Coming out of the timeout, we'll see what adjustments Coach Satterfield made. Some new personnel here. Elliott Robinson has checked in for the Royals. Inside to Chris Grubbs and inside to Landon Morris, who can't finish. Convert. Many opportunities, cannot convert any of them.
And that's just sloppy basketball. They had 4 or 5 opportunities. Big man right at the rim, just unable to finish.
And that'll be an illegal screen there.
And that's tough. That's the kind of play you look back on at the end of the game, Matt, and you're just like, when you're in a 2 or 3 point game, you look back at those types of plays where you had the points right in front of you and were unable to convert.
Got to take advantage of every opportunity you get, especially in low-scoring games like this. As Elliott Robinson takes a 3, that's no good. Huge mismatch there on the ball. Turnover there, and there's going to be a foul on Egan Keeverhill from the Millers. Good defense from the Royals there to force that turnover.
And Matt, these next 2 minutes and 10 seconds could be pivotal, considering the Royals up by 5. The Millers could either cut this lead and go in basically dead even with the Royals at halftime, or the Royals could potentially open this lead up even more and put the Millers in a really tough spot in the second half.
You're exactly right. The final 2 minutes this half will be critical to the outcome of this game. We'll see how they handle this. 3-pointer from Etherington, got it. Good to see one fall from Etherington.
Just like that, the Royals are out to an 8-point lead here.
Biggest lead of the game. We'll see how the Millers respond.
Matt, I think there's something to be said about the Millers only having 7 points this late in the first half. Great defense by the Royals tonight so far.
As a 3-pointer is made by Xavier Hines.
And they now have 10. But still, impressive number. The Royals holding the Millers in the teens so far. So we'll see if they can finish off this half on a good note, or if the Millers can cut into this lead. And Matt, Xavier Hines has 7 of the 10 points so far for the Millers.
As Vinny Busilla knocks down the 3-pointer. So three-pointers made in a row. Seems that teams are just now starting to knock down their threes. We'll see if the Millers can get something on the board here to close out this half. Drive in. Loose ball.
Looks like the Millers may just hold for the last shot now. 15 seconds to play here in the first half.
Driving in, rejected by Landon Morris. And they called a foul.
I don't believe they called that on Landon Morris. I believe there was contact on the other side, but we're going to take another look at this.
I don't know. I thought that was a clean block.
Another look. Yeah, it looked like down low maybe. Definitely was not on Landon Morris. Great job on the block, but hard to see from our vantage point exactly what kind of contact there was.
5 seconds left here. Chris Grubbs bringing it up the floor. Aaron Etherington, 3. Can't knock down the buzzer beater. So going into halftime, the Royals hold an 18-11 lead. We'll see what happens, what adjustments are made in the locker room, and how they respond in the second half. Stay tuned. We'll be back with you next for the second half of action on Southeastern Sports Network. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Southeastern Sports Network. As we await the start of the second half, Royals currently hold a 7-point lead. And there in the first half, we saw Noah Smith go down with a hamstring injury, and we do not see him out here on the floor yet with all the other guys still in the locker room, it appears. So we'll see if he ends up coming back for this game or if he's done. We do hope that he's all right here at Southeastern Sports Network. In the first half, we saw a big defensive battle. Definitely not a lot of points scored until the end there, but both defenses doing a great job.
Absolutely, Matt. HSE's got to do a better job shutting down Xavier Hines, as he's got 7 of the 11 points for the Millers. If you shut him down, you kind of shut their entire offense down. Then on the Royals side of the ball, they just got to get more shots to fall. They're getting the open looks. They're having a little bit of trouble getting inside, but you got to hit those shots when you have the good looks. So we'll see what they can do in this second half. I look for another great half of basketball. I'm expecting a little bit more offense in this second half, and a close game as we get down to it here.
As Noah Smith just exited the locker room on crutches, not a good sign for the Royals, as he's got his leg wrapped up and he is struggling to move. So we do not expect him to return for this game. Start of the second half, Vinny Busilla throws up a floater, no good.
And Matt, another thing to think about when it comes to Noah Smith is the Royals are leading right now by 7, now by 4. But if they do end up going on to win this game, they would have a quick turnaround. They would have to play tomorrow night. So let's hope that maybe they're just hoping that they can pull this out and it's precautionary. But definitely not a good sign seeing him on crutches.
Definitely not. As Chris Grubbs throws it out. The Millers sticking with that 2-3 zone defense. They've had a lot of success with that, containing the Royals just to 18 points. Considering the Royals average 63 points per game on the season, the Millers are doing a great job defensively as Aaron Etherington drives in and draws the foul, and he'll head to the line for 2 shots. Aaron Etherington good on the first, averaging about 14.5 points per game on the season. Committed to play basketball at Toledo next year. As he's no good on the second, and that'll be an over-the-back foul on Mabor going for the offensive rebound.
They're going to call that every time, Matt. That was right in front of the ref. Much too obvious.
Put his hand right on his back and tried to get that. It's not. These refs are not going to let that slide. Zach Johnson inside, rejected. I believe that was Mabor.
I think that was Chris Grubbs.
Maybe they were both playing great defense. They're sticking with him on the drive.
Seen a lot of block shots tonight. Millers are actually getting a lot of looks inside. They're just.
Xavier Hines tries again on the 3, no good this time.
Royals are just contesting those shots really well right now. Mabor, keep an eye on him in the middle. Number 50.
As Bradley Beeman pulls up for 3, no good.
Mabor.
Chris Grubbs on the offensive rebound, puts it back up and in. Great play, sticking with it.
Xavier Hines.
Running a lot of pick and roll, trying to get something going as a corner 3 is up and in from Jordan Schmidt. They have trimmed the lead down to just 4 points now.
Royals have got to defend that 3 ball better. The Millers are shooting it extremely well from beyond the arc.
As Aaron Etherington knocks down the 3, right back at him.
And Matt, I don't know if that's a coincidence, but how many times have we seen where one team will make a 3 and then the very next possession the other team will respond with a 3 of themselves?
You know, we saw that at the end of the first half as well. Both teams hitting a few 3s to close out the half. And they do it again. 3 3-pointers in a row. We'll see if the hot hand can continue here. Inside. Chris Grubbs, loose ball, up and in from Aaron Etherington. Aaron Etherington now has 9 points.
A bit of an offensive explosion here at the beginning of the second half. First half, much more of a defensive battle, but here, early in the second half, both teams trading points all over the place. As Grubbs goes in.
That'll be a charge, no question about it. Grubbs just so physical, lowered the shoulder, and went right through him. As you can see, Egan Keeverhill with a grimace on his face absorbed that one right in the chest. And that must have been painful. Chris Grubbs is a pretty big guy, barreling down at you in the paint. Definitely not a sight we'd like to see as a defender.
Chris Grubbs may have had the foul called on him this time, but I think Noblesville, their players will think twice before they step in front of him again.
Exactly right. They may just want to slide out of the way. It may not be worth it taking a hit like that. 3 from the wing, no good from Zach Johnson. Inside to Chris Grubbs. Goes up strong, no good. Landon Morris collects the ball, and they're going to get a foul called. And Landon Morris will go to the line for 2 shots.
The Royals get to the line here pretty early in the second half. The second time here in the first 4 minutes. They haven't exactly been a great free throw shooting team this year, as Morris is unable to connect there. Most notably in the Carmel game a few weeks ago, they had a half a dozen, at least over a dozen attempts from the free throw line, and were unable to really capitalize on that, and ultimately went on to lose that game.
Misses a second, but they get the offensive rebound, and that'll be a blocking foul on Zach Johnson. Cole Hornbuckle drove it in. The ball be inbounded onto the basket. For the Millers, Alex Hancock checking in for Egan Keeverhill. Royals turn it over on the inbounds play as Jordan Schmidt goes coast to coast, puts it in, and gets fouled. And he'll go to the line to try and convert the 3-point play. Aaron Etherington tried to get the chase down block there, but got him on the arm. And Jordan Schmidt converts on the 3-point play to cut the lead down to just 3 points now. Inside to Landon Morris, who converts. Great pass from Chris Grubbs.
Both teams have really made adjustments here. Much more offensive second half so far. Really been trading points. Neither team really able to get away. Noblesville's kind of sticking around. HSE's had their runs, but here we are. It's a 5-point game. So I expect this one to be a close game, Matt.
Definitely both teams made adjustments at halftime offensively, trying to make adjustments to the defensive looks they're seeing, and so far it is working.
And just a little stat for you.
As Zach Johnson is blocked.
Just a little stat for you. The Millers have 12 points
was a very chaotic possession. I believe they're going to count the bucket.
And I think that was the right call. I think Morris just touched the rim on that. Let's see if maybe we can get another look here. We'll get that to you on the next break.
Had a few opportunities there. Alex Hunt missed the dunk, but they called basket interference, I believe, so we're coming back the other way.
So the Millers have 14 points in this quarter through 5 minutes. That's 3 more points than they had the entire first half. So
as Aaron Etherington knocks down the three-pointer. And he shows some signs of life. Here we go. Offense starting to heat up.
And HSE takes a timeout. You kind of felt like they were starting to get on a run there, Matt. So interesting timeout call there. We'll see what they draw up here. But it seemed like they kind of had all the momentum there. So
Zach Johnson pulls up from the elbow and knocks it down. Mabor inside trying to find a post-up opportunity. Chris Grubbs will drive in, throw it up, no good. Get his own offensive rebound. They're going to call a foul on Chris Grubbs. Playing very physical, trying to go in and get his offensive rebound.
And interesting, there was contact on the way up. They didn't call it, but when Grubbs went for the rebound, very quick to call it on the contact. So they definitely, I think the refs have caught on that Chris Grubbs is a physical player and that usually where he's at is where the contact is.
You're exactly right, Sam. Just under 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Royals hold a 4-point lead. As they inbound it to Xavier Hines. Zach Johnson will drive in and throw it up, and he'll get the foul. And he'll head to the line for a 3-point play opportunity. Seems Noblesville has taken over on the momentum.
Yeah, it looks like that HSE timeout's kind of coming back to bite them there. They made a three and took a timeout. Now they gave the momentum right back to Noblesville. So, however, that call right there, it looked like Mabor had his back turned to the player going up with the shot. So, didn't look like there was a whole lot of contact, but the ref made the call.
As Zach Johnson misses the free throw. Inside to Mabor, who throws it up. No good, almost converted on a layup, but he'll head to the line for 2 shots.
And Matt, we talked about this in the first half. These refs are not letting these guys play. They're calling everything. So both sides, we've seen a lot of free throws early. It's the third quarter, and the Royals have 7 fouls and the Millers have 4. So 11 fouls in about 6.5 minutes. So definitely a lot of foul calls here in the second half.
And it has been a very physical game so far too, so that could be a big reason for it. As Mabor is no good on the second, but Landon Morris collects the offensive rebound, kicks it out. They're going to slow down and set up the offense. As they turn it over, Jordan Schmidt steals the ball away.
Got to watch 24 Xavier Hines. Remember, this offense kind of centerpieces around him. Look for him to touch the ball. Bit of a mismatch on Boer-Majak.
We've got 50 seconds to go here in the third quarter. And Noblesville is looking like they're going to hold for the last shot.
And Matt, we see this so many times. You see on social media all the time how people tweet out how high school basketball needs a shot clock. And I believe this is a perfect example right here. We had over 47 seconds left in the quarter, and Noblesville was able to hold it. Not sure that I don't think that's the way they intended the rules to be, but that's what's going on here.
There definitely are a lot of mixed opinions about this, but you know, the way high school basketball is right now, it's perfectly legal, and they're taking advantage of that rule. So definitely smart as they take a three. No good. Offensive rebound. Off. And the half-court shot was blocked. And the Royals go into the fourth quarter with a 3-point lead. Barely holding on there. The lead definitely did shrink a little bit there in that third quarter. We saw both offensives started to catch some fire.
And with that, we'll take a short break here on Southeastern Sports Network. Welcome back to Southeastern Sports Network. It's here, Matt, the fourth quarter. It's a 3-point game. Semifinals of sectionals, 8 minutes to go to the sectional championship.
And it is win or go home right now.
Absolutely. You can feel the intensity in this building. It was built over that 4-minute period of the quarter break.
Exactly right. And it all comes down to this. We'll see which team can hold on, come out on top. Royals currently have a 3-point lead.
Xavier Hines.
It appears Noblesville is really slowing down the tempo here.
Not a lot of movement at all. All 5 of their players just kind of sitting still. They're really trying to hold this ball for a while. Eating up clock. However, they're down by 3, so they may want to get some points here.
You're exactly right. You can't hold the ball. You gotta put some points on the board here. We'll see what they do as Jordan Schmidt loses it, and they're going to draw a foul on the Boer who tried to go for the loose ball. That is the 8th foul on the Royals, so the Millers are in the bonus. And that is Mabor's 4th foul as he'll take a seat. Cannot afford to give him any more fouls. And no good on the front end of the 1-and-1. Those are some critical free throws that Noblesville will have to make if they want to have a chance here.
Matt, when you think about everything that goes into a three-point game, you think about the missed layups early in the game for the Royals, the missed free throws by the Millers there.
Turnovers.
It's all accounting, and this is where it starts to matter.
As Aaron Etherington takes a three, huge shot.
Booyah! Count it.
6-point lead now for the Royals. That is a huge possession there. Definitely one that needed to fall for Aaron Etherington.
As Xavier Hines unable to handle
turn
it.
it over.
Now it seems that the momentum is back in HSE's favor.
Now, if you're HSE here, do you slow down the tempo, try to drain some clock, or are you keeping your foot on the gas pedal and trying to increase this lead here?
You got to keep your foot on the gas pedal. So many times we see teams play not to lose, and it often comes back to bite them. So,
as Aaron Etherington takes another three and knocks it down. Aaron Etherington has caught fire. And that is Aaron Etherington's 4th three-pointer of the night. Great to see him make some of those shots after the first round of sectionals. He was not converting on those buckets as Zach Johnson drives in and draws the foul.
And Matt, we talked about it in the first half, how the Royals are going to get those outside looks. Well, they're starting to knock them down, and that's the difference right now. It's a 9-point game. If they knock those threes down, it's going to be tough for the Millers to make any type of run here.
You're exactly right. Those shots that were not falling in the first half are now starting to fall, especially for Aaron Etherington. So that has led to the lead increasing here in the fourth quarter. And the Millers have now cut it down to 7 on those free throws.
We've seen a much faster paced second half, a lot more points scored, so do not by any means think that this game is over. It's a 7-point game, but that can change in a amount of seconds.
5 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. As Aaron Etherington drives, kicks it in. Loose ball. Landon Morris bounces on it, gets the timeout. And HSE only has 1 timeout left with 4 minutes and 51 seconds to go here. So you're gonna have to be careful and use that at the right time. As here we take a look at the replay. See Aaron Etherington knock down that huge three-pointer to increase the Royals' lead. Some very clutch shots from Etherington here in the fourth quarter.
And fans, keep in mind that the winner of this game will take on the winner of Fishers and Carmel tomorrow night for the sectional championship right here at Carmel High School. Matt, it's kind of strange to think, but it appears that the HSC student section has doubled since the start of this game. I don't know if all these fans just came in late or where, but
you're exactly right.
It was about 20 people at the beginning of the game, and now it's about 50 to 70. So that's just a rough estimate.
Maybe they just didn't know when the game started, but they're definitely here now, and they're getting louder as the Royals increase their lead. But they do just turn it over right there as Jordan Schmidt collects the ball.
It's not the way you want to come out of a timeout.
Zach Johnson kicks it out. Corner 3 from Xavier Hines. Got it. Huge shot for the Millers. Now just a 4-point lead for the Royals. Good defense from Zach Johnson, tipping that pass out of bounds.
And the Millers' defensive intensity is picking up here in the fourth quarter, making it tough on the Royals. And like we've repeated multiple times, Matt, neither team has really been able to gain an edge. HSC's had the lead for a large part of this game, but, I mean, we're sitting here in the fourth quarter, and it's still only a 4-point game, so Miller's hanging tough.
As Aaron Etherington misses that three-point attempt. But Chris Grubbs is there to collect the offensive rebound and get fouled, and he'll go to the line for 2 shots. It's for the Royals. Cole Hornbuckle will be checking in here for Elliott Robinson. As he's no good on the first.
Free throw shooting, turnovers, missed layups. It all matters now, Matt. It's a 4-point game. The Royals can't afford to have these kind of mistakes this late in the sectional semifinals.
Season is on the line as Chris Grubbs is good on the second free throw. As there's going to be a foul call on Vinny Busilla as Jordan Schmidt was going around the pick.
The Royals need to be really careful now because Noblesville's going to the free throw line every time there's a foul. So definitely an advantage right now. Royals aren't in the bonus, but the Millers are. That could be their path back into this game.
As Jordan Schmidt knocks down the first free throw. Royals with 10 fouls. And he's no good on the second. Rebound by the Royals. Stays a 2-possession ball game. And it appears now they're trying to drain some clock.
I don't know if I like this. It's only a 4-point game. I think you got to keep your foot on the gas pedal. You see it so many times in sports. You cannot play not to lose. You got to play to win. It oftentimes comes back to bite you. The Royals need to be aware of that.
As Chris Grubbs does draw the foul. And Noblesville really didn't apply that much pressure on defense there. So if they're going to sag off and stand at the 3-point line, I don't see why not hold the ball for a little bit, drain some clock, as long as you just secure the basketball, don't turn it over. And now you see Noblesville picking up the pressure. We'll see right there, Landon Morris inside. That's exactly what you need. They took some clock off, and then they converted the layup underneath. And Zach Johnson, no good. That would have been a huge shot for the Millers. Now a 6-point lead for the Royals. And they're just working the ball around here, draining more clock. With under 2 minutes to go here.
Comes Xavier Hines.
Aaron Etherington appears to be holding his right hand, may have a finger injury. Looks like he might have jammed that finger.
And Noblesville's going to take a timeout here.
Down by 4 with 1:40 left. Look to see for the Millers, maybe they pull out a full court press, try to force a turnover here.
Perhaps, but Matt, do the Millers foul at this point because the Royals have 6 fouls?
I think you go for the ball first.
Or the Millers have 6 fouls. Therefore, once they get to 7, the Royals should be in the 1-on-1. Maybe foul one of the Royals' poor free throw shooters. We know they're not a great team from the free throw line. Do you foul now, or do you play it out for 30 seconds or so?
I think you play very aggressive defense, go for the on-ball steals, play the passing lanes, but if it comes down to it, you can't let the Royals just hold the ball here. So I think they will look to foul eventually, but definitely look for them to go for the steals here first.
I would definitely expect a full court press, but as soon as they get across that half-court mark, I'd be fouling right away, especially knowing HSE, how bad they've been from the free throw line, not just tonight but all season. The smart thing to do is to put them at the line.
As they look to force a turnover here, almost got it, but no. Aaron Etherington recovers it.
They're not going to foul, it looks like.
Yeah. Oh, turned it over. Bad pass from Landon Morris as Egan Keeverhill drives and draws the foul, and he'll head to the line. Bad pass there from Landon Morris. You cannot make that pass here with just over a minute to go. Just a mental lapse there. Knocks down the first to make it a 3-point game.
And Matt, I know I've repeated myself multiple times, but this is why you have to play to win. You're up 6 points, you start holding the ball, next thing you know, it's a 3-point game with 1:10 left. This is what happens when you play not to lose. Now the Royals are holding their breath.
We'll see how the Royals respond here on offense, as it is now a 2-point game. And they're going to foul Chris Grubbs. And that is the 7th foul.
So it's going to be 1-1.
Millers.
Matt, you could perhaps have a situation here where the game is tied and the Millers still choose to foul because of that 1-1. Could you see a scenario like that? How crazy would that be? But if the Royals can't make the free throws, then it plays in Noblesville's favor.
We'll see here. Chris Grubbs, huge free throws at the line, 2-point game. If he makes both, it's a 2-possession game. As he's good on the first. And good on the second. Huge free throws, very clutch play.
Keep an eye on Xavier Hines here. He's been undoubtedly the most dependable player for the Millers tonight. Look for him to touch the ball here late in the game.
And we're under a minute to go here. As Zach Johnson pulls up, no good, just off. Offensive rebound from Xavier Hines, who draws a foul.
He's going to the line. 2 shots. He's going to the line for 2 shots, and we're going to be right back to where we were if he makes them. Matt, this is about to be the longest 49 seconds any of us have ever lived.
He's good on the first. As Bradley Beeman comes back in to provide some ball handling there.
And perhaps some free throw shooting.
And there's going to be a timeout for the Millers here, as it is a 2-point game with 50 seconds to go.
And looking behind us, the Millers fans are on their feet. And it definitely feels like they have the momentum right now, Matt.
They're definitely going to be playing some pressure defense, trying to force a turnover here. If you're the Royals, you just got to secure the basketball. Hold on. Try to draw a foul here.
if you're Coach Satterfield, I think you would want to have as many free throw shooters in the game as you could possibly have right now, because that's more important than anything. If you make your free throws, the Millers virtually have to shoot their way back into this game, but if you miss your free throws, you're just opening the door for disaster.
And before you can even go to that free throw line, got to make sure you get the ball up the court, hold on to it. We see here we got all ball handlers in the game, all guys that can shoot. The ball gets it into Chris Grubbs. And we'll see what the defense does here as Chris Grubbs driving all the way, coast to coast, draws the foul.
And that's very smart of Grubbs because he knew he was going to get fouled, but instead of letting himself get fouled, he goes up for the shooting foul. Therefore, it's 2 shots rather than a 1-and-1.
Fearless player. Huge free throws here. No good on the first.
And now he's really feeling the pressure. That student section is loud. We have our headphones on, and I can barely hear myself talking right now. It's electric in here.
As Landon Morris comes back in, provides some interior defense and rebounding. Huge free throw here. Got it. 3-point game. 42
now,
seconds.
The Millers don't necessarily need a 3 here. It would certainly help, but definitely not what they need at this point. They just need some kind of basket.
They just need a good shot, and that was not it. It was contested. Good defense as Landon Morris gets the rebound, gets fouled right away. Not a great free throw shooter. He'll try to extend this lead to a 2-possession ball game, but I don't know if that's a shot you're looking for if you're Noblesville. Contested pull-up jumper. Got it on the first one. Now a 2-possession ball game as Bradley Beeman comes back in for the Royals.
The Royals have really come up big with these free throws late. Ice in their veins.
No good on the second, rebounded by Zach Johnson. Down by 4 with under 30 seconds to go. Egan Keeverhill looking for something. Xavier Hines, step back jumper, no good. Rebounded by Bradley Beeman. There's going to be a foul in Noblesville. Four-point game, 14 seconds to go. We're headed to the line for 2 shots.
I believe this one will be 2 shots.
Appears to be a bit of confusion on the part by the officiating, but here we go. First attempt is up, and he got it. As Coach Satterfield calls over his guys, set up the defense here, give them the instructions on how to play this final 14 seconds out. As Bradley Beeman is no good on the second. 5-point game. They need a 3 quick. No good. Cole Hornbuckle gets to the rebound, and he gets fouled right away. 7 seconds to go with a 5-point lead. And on the line, I think it's safe to say that this game is over.
I agree, Matt. It would take something special. Perhaps a Reggie Miller, 8 points in 9 seconds. to bring the Millers back this late in the game.
And no good on the first free throw from Cole Hornbuckle. And good on the second. 47-41 here. No good, and that'll do it. Royals advance to the sectional championship, where they will play the winner of tonight's matchup between Carmel and Fishers. Royals win 47-41. Thank you for tuning in here on Southeastern Sports Network. Good luck to the boys in the championship.